It's time for trivia. Jake.
Yeah.
Which batter in Major League Baseball, the 2020 season, led the league in 3 pitch strikeouts, and the third pitch was caught looking? So they were down 0-2, and they took strike 3. They did not protect the plate. 1, 2, 3, see you later. Didn't even swing at the third pitch.
So the first 2 pitches didn't matter.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
But they got to 0-2.
0-2.
3-pitch strikeout. Strikeout looking.
Yep.
Okay. We'll do 5 questions. 20 questions is just daunting.
I gave you 2 last week, so now you're giving yourselves 3 more. I don't know about that, but okay.
Well, I think this is an oddly specific question where the first questions I'm going to ask aren't even going to help me. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Can I know what the amount is, like the quantity? Or does that, if it's too much, okay.
Under 10.
Okay. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Under 10.
You could have told me 20 or 5, and I would have.
Yeah.
So that was just curiosity. Yeah. Doesn't help me at all.
Under 10.
Under 10. Okay. So 10, under 10 strikeouts. Okay. Which league seems to be popular?
Yeah, that's why if you get 5,
that seems to be the go-to.
You could go league, division, team. Like
you
so.
know I'm not
all right.
go that far. In the top 5, okay,
3 are from the American League, and the leader is from the American League.
Also from the American League. Okay. I've got a weird one that I think people are going to be mad about.
And I'll pause here to let everyone know that I asked Jake a trivia question yesterday in the office, and it could be anyone. It was just like this. Led the league in some benign thing, and Jake guessed 1 player, and it was correct. I don't want to spoil it because it is the stats that exist. Don't matter coming up. But it was very impressive and very lucky, I guess.
Blind squirrels finding nuts.
I told you
I witnessed it. It was cool.
You're going to think this is a bizarre guess. Mike Trout.
Let's go!
That's fucked.
Dude.
Yes, Mike Trout led the league with 7 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3 caught looking on the third pitch.
So
he did it 7 times.
Thought process was, I don't watch a ton of Mike Trout. He's on the Angels.
Yeah.
You know, I try to catch him late night when I can. I try to, if they're playing the Yankees, obviously. I've seen him, his strikeout looking are suspicious. Like, I'm not saying cheating or anything, but you're just like, if you didn't know baseball, you'd be like, that's the best player? Like, Mike Trout does the...
Here they are.
He does the head down, walk to the bench a decent amount.
So that's against Texas. It's a lot like he just doesn't think a pitcher's going to come at him.
Challenge him there.
Yeah. But here's Seattle. Gonzalez gets him. It's a lot of
We've
like...
currently got 3 inside fastballs.
Kenley, high fastball. Yeah, it's a lot. He doesn't like the call, but Kershaw, same thing as Kenley, high fastball.
These are all decent pitches.
Yeah. Who's this? Mengden. Ooh, that was a nice curve blowing away. So, yeah, Mike Trout leads. I didn't know that. I didn't search for a Mike Trout trivia. I just put those parameters in. His name popped up.
Who are some of the other names? Yeah, people are guessing.
So, there's 6 guys that all did it 6 times.
Okay.
Gary Sanchez, Adam Duvall, Eloy Jimenez, J.D. Davis, Joe Adele, and Austin Riley.
Interesting.
Then I wanted to look at the flip side. I was just trying to see if there's any interesting ways to go about this. I did pitchers that had the third strike was strike 3 looking.
Third strike.
Shane Bieber led the league with 13. Dylan Bundy with 10.
Yeah, I think Bieber, when Bieber was really sexy in the streets, they were showing his like tunnel pitches. and it's like silly. So that kind of makes sense.
So the first question I had, I completely scrapped. I did so many notes for it. I pivoted to that mid-show while we were talking about Christmas trees or cereals or whatever.
Wow.
Because this is too hard. And I was like, this is more fun if Jake has an ability to get it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get it all the time.
Right.
Congrats.
Yeah.
But I was originally going to ask you, I just want to see your responses.
Sure.
What lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups in baseball?
Lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups
and my
in
thought
baseball.
process was, there was a time where this was like Johan Santana, and you'd be like,
right.
You'd know it.
It'd be a
like,
layup.
oh, lefty change-up pitcher, that's it.
Liriano. Like it went Santana to Liriano, I think, for years. So my guess, and I guess it's partially because of the delivery of the question, is I would guess it's like a reliever.
Keep in mind
that pumps change-ups.
I don't base this on the pitch. Like I don't find the answer first.
Right.
Like I just put
You're just looking. And like, I know Snell's one of those guys. A lot of the lefties only throw it to one side now.
I originally did what lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups to lefty batters, and that was too much in the weeds.
Is it a reliever or is it a starter?
Starter.
Okay. I like my theory. Lefty pitcher. Dude, there's not a lot of lefties. Remember when we realized that this year? It's
you're
not Freed.
This is why I canceled.
Marco Gonzalez.
No, it's Ryu.
Ryu. That makes sense.
He's a change-up first pitcher.
Got that.
Yeah, I thought you might get Ryu, but he tied with Tyler Anderson.
Okay.
On the Giants. Yeah. Well, no way you would have got that.
No.
I thought that you might get Ryu, but I knew it was hard. So
who else is up there? People are yelling Kershaw. People are yelling
Kyle Freeland, Chris Bubick, Tommy Malone, Dallas Keuchel's a good guess. Martin Perez, Yarby, Manea, Luzardo, but we're getting pretty deep.
Yeah. Ryu.
No one else. Those two pitchers, they threw 315 change-ups each in the shortened season. No one else touched 285.
Ryu uses it like his damn fastball.
It is. It's his most thrown pitch. Tyler Anderson never gave up a home run in his changeup.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, what's your trivia question?
All right, my trivia question. We'll start wide and we'll miss small a little bit. The first one is, since 2010, there's been 11 baseball seasons, right, including this year. Mm-hmm. 4 guys have hit 10-plus home runs in all 11 seasons. Who are the 4 guys?
Miggy Cabs.
Miggy Cabs is not one of them.
Did he not do it this year?
I'll check. He's an answer for the second part of the question, which we'll get to in a second.
Pujols?
He did it this year. He didn't in 2018. He only played 38 games.
Okay.
Pujols, no. Also second part of the game. BBD, you can be involved in this too, because we're going to... Nelson Cruz is 1.
Edwin.
Edwin is 2.
Those were the 2.
So there's 2 others. One name has been hot in the streets lately, and one of them is just like, oh yeah, he's really good, but we don't acknowledge that he's really good. Open to hints if you want.
Starlin Castro.
No.
Oh, kind of like.
That's an interesting. He's done 9 out of 11. So that was a decent guess. Yeah.
And no one gives him any credit.
No.
So I thought that's
Trout didn't debut.
No, Trout didn't debut then,
12, right?
Yeah.
Trout has 9.
Yeah. Let's see. The chat is guessing Braun.
No Brawny.
Cano?
Cano. That was the name that's hot in the streets.
Noe Martinez got Cano in the chat, in the live chat. So there's one more.
Braun has done 9. So there's one more.
The hardest part is the range.
So he's
someone in the chat requested that I say Joey Votto.
It is not Joey Votto. He's part of the follow-up to this question.
Freddie has. I don't think Freddie's played enough games.
No, it's not Freddie Freeman. He's actually also a part of the follow-up. So the follow-up question to this was going to be: there's 11 players that have done it 10 times.
Not 11.
There's only 4 of those have done it 11. So
I'm trying to think of just mainstays for 11 years.
The 3 we have is Edwin, Nelson Cruz, and Cano. The 4th guy, he's an outfielder. He's still playing.
Carlos Gomez.
Is Goldschmidt in that next group, not an outfield?
But he hasn't been around for 11 years.
He's not in
I
the
don't
next
think he
group.
has.
Not in the next group.
I'm just thinking about that next.
But Adam Jones, we got Adam Jones,
So
but
Adam Jones is part
doesn't-
of the next
he didn't
group.
play.
He didn't play this year.
McCutcheon?
It's Kutch.
Oh, wow.
So it's weird because, I mean, 10 home runs, obviously not a high bar, but it's being around for a decade and staying healthy. And
Just being healthy. Really, that question is, do you have any power?
Do you have
and have
power
you been
and do you
healthy?
play
Have you
mostly
been
full seasons?
good enough to start for the last 11 years?
So it's McCutcheon, Edwin, Nelson Cruz, and Cano.
Kutch got it last year?
Yeah.
2019?
I will open up
Didn't
his
he tear
player
his
reference.
ACL early?
He hit 59 games last year.
I would have guessed he only played like 30.
He's hit 10 the past two, and he hit 12 his rookie year in 2019, which wasn't part of the question, so it doesn't matter. So I just thought that was interesting. And then so the other guys you named, so there's 11. 4 of them got 11. We went through them. Freddie Freeman got mentioned, Joey Votto, Pujols, Adam Jones. I thought that was really interesting. Didn't play last year. Miggy Cabs, who you mentioned. So there's only 2 guys that you guys haven't mentioned. If you want to take rips at them, both play on the West Coast now. Both guys are like good, not great.
Who?
Upton and Longoria.
Okay.
Longo.
So, I don't know. A little weird quick trivia.
Yeah, it's more. It's much more. Hasn't like the injury factor's there because a lot of those guys they just missed a year due to injury. Otherwise, 10 isn't a big mark for them.
You have to. Yeah, you can't miss a year.
Do you have those parameters set? If you jump it up to 15, is there anyone?
Let's see.
I
would guess Nelson and Edwin, right?
Yeah, those 2 because it would eliminate Kutch. We know that.
Get results. It's just Nelson. Edwin drops down to 10. Adam Jones is still 10, which, hey, shout out to Adam Jones. Longoria is still 10. Shout out to him.
So
And
Adam
Pujols.
Jones just took this year, or no one signed him because they're being a bunch of buttheads.
Well, he went to.
He took
went to
a
Japan,
better
right?
opportunity.
Someone said
yeah.
surprised Yachty wasn't close.
I guess he's played a lot of
10.
games, but he's never been
Not
a power guy.
I
Man, fine. Molina.
don't think he's had.
I wouldn't have guessed ever that Yachty.
Yeah,
was
he's
even
got
like,
he's got 3. So
He has 6.
great.
He has 6 years of over 10.
yeah, of his 17 years, he's only hit more than 10 home runs.
Giancarlo.
5. People, Yachty's such a weird and fickle thing.
Giancarlo's
Like
got
he's
9.
he's a below average hitter.
Lifetime, yeah.
Very interesting that like
Overall, whole career slightly above average for a catcher.
He's a
well,
defensive stud.
For when you compare him to a catcher, he's a good hitter.
He had a
but,
couple-
like,
Catchers to catchers.
He had a couple years where he hit good. But like outside of that,
He had 3.
2011 to 2013. His 28, 29, 30-year-old seasons. That's his best stretch of baseball.
yeah, I mean three straight years with an 800 OPS. That's pretty good. And I mean,
3
did they get
years
World Series in
over-
those times? Yeah, I mean 2011 they got a World Series.
Yeah.
So I mean
3 years
that's
in a row,
impressive.
120 OPS.
But I mean, since
plus.
2015, he's been below average.
Yeah.
with the bat.
With the stick.
It's very hard to find a good hitting catcher, and so I'm not trying to knock
There's
Yachty.
there's
just
nothing
like
wrong with
People,
that.
Yeah.
people, I think, really overestimate his bat sometimes, just because everything else is so good. But comparative catchers, very good.
Yes.